Good evening and welcome back to the Mindful Model Makers workshop. It's been a while since I've made a video, and the reason is because I'm in the middle of packing to move, but I have done little bits more on this Microcraft motor cruiser, which supposedly runs on methylated spirit. Now, what I did do, I ordered on eBay a Ronson wired wick, because it's about all I could find really that's going to do the job. So the boat, what I do when I put some of it together, I don't glue it all straight away. You can see underneath there. So this is the well that's there, and there's a piece which will go across on the inside of that, and then that makes the little tank. There is a black dot inside, I think you can just see it there, and that is a 1/16 of an inch, and you make a hole in that, and then the wick goes down through that, and it shows you on a part of the instructions as to how you put the wick, which is, if I bring this bit in here, so it kind of lays in the fuel tank and then goes down, and according to that it's just level with the bottom of the boat. And what I think then is the methylated spirits goes through the wick, and I think when it comes out, that's what gives it the kind of propulsion. And because inside it forms a V, you can see this V here, so that will come down, and then when the methylated spirit goes out, it kind of pushes because of the shape, and that's what makes it go along. That's my theory anyway. So you can see the tank bit here. So that bit is already now in the boat, not glued. This bit here is the piece that goes across. So you obviously put the wick through that, and then down and through the bottom of the boat like so. I know, so the fuel tank is the front bit actually, so that bit's the fuel tank, as it says there. Sorry, I got that wrong. So that bit's the fuel tank, so you fill up that bit, then it goes out, down, through, and then makes contact with the water at that bit there. And that's when it kind of comes out there and pushes it along. So we're not too far off of finishing it, but I will be kind of moving next week. So this isn't going to be finished yet, but it will come to an end at some point. So I put the superstructure on top. It's coming together quite well. It's not too bad a model to make, actually. I copied the actual bits because this is an original, and I just didn't want to lose the original. So yes, I'm going to carry on making it. Probably it will be about I reckon a week and a half, 2 weeks before you'll see it finished. But we are getting there, and I haven't forgotten it because the thing is, I do actually want to make it. So yeah, there's bits to go on the back here. This rear piece with a small boat and a flag at the back, these need folding in, and then that comes in. The other bit then sits flat on the top, so the boat sits on this, I think, which I've explained before. So the boat will sit on that bit like so, and that's what it'll kind of look like. And then that bit underneath, which forms, that goes with the V, you bend it so it goes with that shape. So anyway, and then there's the actual tank bit. I haven't made the hole or anything because I wanted the wick to come to make the hole to suit the wick. So, but I've kind of, this bit is stuck on. This bit isn't stuck yet. That bit isn't either. It's just pushed in, but it will be pushed down so that it comes. And of course, I need to line it up like so with the top and then glue it so it sits on top accurately there. But anyway, we've got that bit. Now, in the meantime, I've been looking at one or two other models that are around, and excuse me, I came across a Sopwith Pup flying model. Now, this says that it will actually fly, so This is it. Again, I got this off eBay, and it's called Fidler's Green Limited. They make a proper postcard that you can actually send through the post. Excuse me. And when you get it, you can cut that out and make an actual flying model. I'm not quite sure. There are some brief instructions on there about how it flies. And if I just read them, it says flying instructions. While standing over your Sopwith pup, rotate on the end of a thread glued to the middle rear of the top wing. Always take off and land on newspaper in the event your pup is not housebroken. So, yeah, so I don't know quite whether that's a bit of a kind of a joke because it's called a pup or not. But anyway, there may be some humour in that. But anyway, it looks like a good model. So I will make that at some point as well. There are various ones. I just found the advert on eBay and had a look, and there were several models, and I just thought I'd just get one, and it's the size of it looks good, and it looks relatively easy to build. Very simple instructions as well. So again, there's something good. Then the next one, a little bit older and a bit more serious, I come across another thing, which is this. Now this is the Weetabix workshop. It says on there, Weetabix Workshop, Series 19, Railway Models, Set 5. Make this model, which is the British Railways Class 4 locomotive, i.e. Also a standard tank. So the number of it is 8031. So it's a locomotive that I see quite a bit on the southeastern railway where I live, because there was a depot nearby that had these locomotives, and they were quite a lot passenger pulling with these, because they were a general purpose loco and really good. So it's I like them. So what happened with the Weetabix, they brought out a series of vehicles. If you again, I found this on eBay. If you go on there and have a look, just type in Weetabix Workshop, and then all this will come up. There are vehicles, vans, cars, a few more locos. I think there's diesels. There's all sorts of bits. So, and it's a very simple model. So this is the original Weetabix box. Again, I will photocopy this to save the original. I don't want to use the original, so I can just use this as many times as I want to make as many of these as I would like. So yeah, that is another project that I will be working on as well once I move. Because once I move, I've got to put together some kind of workshop. And the reason I've gone over to the carb modelling at the moment, because I may end up, whilst I'm waiting to get my workshop established, be working off of just an ordinary kitchen table or something like that. So I've gone to the carb modelling, well, one, because I've just suddenly got an interest in it, but secondly, it's a relatively easy type of modelling to get into. It is a craft that I think we've kind of lost sight of a little bit, because there is quite a bit you can do. And the more you look into it, the more you read. And a lot of the people that used to do carb modelling, because I've seen some really nice models that are all made of card, even tyres on a vehicle with the tread cut in them and things like that. And you think, how on earth do they do that? But yeah, it's quite fascinating to see these things. So even though I haven't made many videos lately, I've made this one quick tonight, because we will be hopefully sorting out the new property in the next 3 or 4 days, and then we will start the move. So once we've got that underway, because everything apart from what you see on this bench is packed, but this will be the last bits that I pack, and it'll be in 2 small little container boxes, so that I can, when we get there, I can just get out and make these little bits and get on with them. So yeah, so I've been obviously still collecting the micro models. So every time I see one that I really like, I will collect it, and then that will go on to the channel at some point to be made. And of course, with this Sopwith pup, the Fiddler's Green, I think that's something interesting as well. I didn't know anything about it, just stumbled across it, and I thought, I'll get one of those. They're very inexpensive, actually. I think £3.50, I think it was, and a little bit of postage. So yeah, and it's a nice size, and something that perhaps if you've got a child that's reasonably into this kind of thing, 6 or 7, you could help them cut that out quite easily. And yeah, even if it just stood in their bedroom or hung on a string from the ceiling or something, it'd be something that they could say, or something that you've made together, which is always a good thing with this kind of stuff. So yes, so keep viewing. I will try out and make a few more. I might make one more before we move, and then the next will come. I should be up in Lincolnshire then, so I don't think it'd be any different, but there you go. My life might be different up there, but the actual video shouldn't look any different. So I might just be working from a kitchen for temporarily until I can get my workshop established, which obviously is quite an important part. But I think perhaps somebody else in the house might think that other things are more important than a workshop. I don't know, but I'll find that out, sure enough, I expect. Anyway, I will see you in the next video. I'll try and do a little bit more on something so that you've got something to look at. But if you want to follow this boat, because I will finish it, and then please subscribe, and you'll see the completed thing. And of course, hopefully, we will have a time where we can actually put it in some water, put some fuel in the tank, so to speak, and see what happens. So yeah, we'll have to just wait and see. But it is going together. It does look like a boat. It's had 3 or 4 coats of varnish now. You can start to see some of it beginning to shine a little bit. So hopefully that's waterproofing it sufficient. I've got a bottle of varnish as well, clear varnish, so I might just put that on just to make sure, especially in the area where I put the meths in, because you never know, the meths might eat through the varnish and make it porous or something like that. I don't know yet, but we'll see what happens. But anyway, hope you enjoyed that, and I'll show you the progress of the other models as I build them. Anyway, thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.